So this is Dr. Takeshi Iwata's presentation, Asianite Genetics Consortium, Genetic Research Programs covering the entire Asia, an AGC activity in the globe, and which has put all the Asia-Pacific countries. The first AGC meeting was held in RO 2014, where I think a few of us who are here are present. Over 60 members recruited from Asia, and there's a website which is still in the process of getting active, aegc.asia. And second AGC meeting was held during the 12th Congress of the SARC Academy in Colombo, and grant approved by the Japan Intractable Disease Research Foundation to invite Dr. Fielding back to AGC meeting at Asia RO, which happened, and he happens to be Kumar's mentor. And third AGC meeting was held in Delhi last time in the 73rd All India Ophthalmic Congress. Again, thanks to Dr. Radhika Nandan and Dr. Namrata who had helped. And research exchange program, they have Dr. Yuriko Menegishi, Japan. She's already there in NEI. Last month, I think when I went in November, I met her. And Dr. Brian Rosmiller from USA to the National Institute of Sense Organs, Japan. And Li Huping from China went to NISO, and Dr. William Sultan will go to NISO. And now recently, Siddhita Nare from the clinical research associate has got a funding to go to the genetic conference in Japan, and she'll be a researcher exchange program part of the AGC, and that's what John Prakash has suggested to Dr. Takeshi. And the fourth AGC meeting, we had it in Asia RO 2015, Yokohama in Japan. And that's you can see the group, Dr. Takeshi, the tallest Japanese and the tallest man in the photograph, and you can see Dr. John, then Dr. Kumar, Dr. Sundaresan. Is Dr. Radhika Tandon there? Or Namrata is there? No? You didn't come that time. So and this is the number of members during the AGC countries in February 2015, and you can see the various doing this in Delhi, and that was and the technical detail of AEGC. Eye disease is strongly associated with gene, and that's his dream, personal dream, that he wants to identify every gene associated with the ophthalmic hereditary disease. And due to the difficulty of exchanging saliva or blood sample within Asian countries, AEGC will focus on sharing sequence data associated with the disease. AEGC will actively use NGS technology for sequencing with common protocol for data analysis, central or mirrored online registration system to maintain uniform quality diagnostic for patient family registration, select group of leaders for each country and diseases, establish DNA sequence server for member to deposit the WES or the WGS data, set goal for number of data deposit for each disease and country, actively publish and present work at international meetings in the name of AEGC, and open database for genotype phenotype correlation. That's the iGene Asia is the suggestion. The cost cost per genome has come down from 100, like you see, from 2001 to 13, but still for us it's expensive in India. And this is his plan, where he has it in his lab, and I think I don't know how we are going to replicate in India, but I think still that's his dream. And the problem is AEGC does not have any funding. So the genome analysis, which I think he has all this in his lab. And for them in Japan it works well, where the National Institute of Sense Organs collects all the specimens from the 35 centers which are involved in the hereditary retinal disorders, and they use the common data for sending their phenotype and then also the genotype. So which it's a very difficult task to. These are the, I think, 35 departments in entire Japan, which is sending only to them. And that's a Japan Consortium for Hereditary Retinal Diseases. 2011 to 18 is their plan. And this is what they have. They have leaders for each disease, like RP, LCA, and CSNB. And they have the patient registration, blood sample, and which goes between the various universities to the National Institute of Sense Organs, for which Dr. Takeshi is the director, and then the genetic information, and the DNA, and the exome sequence, exome analysis, and finally for drug screening. And the Japanese exome project for hereditary retinal disease, they have created a phenotype and genotype database for which 35 retinal conditions they are already working on. and this is again their way of working, which you saw the various, and this they have the online registration to the Tokyo Medical Center. And I think me, Dr. Kumar, have visited the lab, and I think it's done beautiful, where the clinical hospital is in one building and just a small corridor connecting the building which has the proteomics, the cell biology, the genetics and animal lab, everything in the same one floor level. And I think all is compactly managed by both clinical and basic science in one compound. And this is the online patient and pedigree registration website, and then they have all the various diseases, their phenotype, the fundus photo, ERG, OCT, and everything is documented. And these are the DNA samples there, which in December 2014 they have collected, pedigree and the DNA, and the result of whole exome analysis in progress, identification of gene mutation for Japanese with a hereditary retinal disease, and he has put all the Asian countries, Asia Pacific region, for the Asian Eye Genetic Consortium. And I think it's a problem where still we are, since there's no funding, there's a big problem in driving the AEGC to work, and but still it's a challenge. And I'm happy Dr. John is believing our group with Dr. Kumar, Dr. Radhika Tantan and Dr. Namrata. So I think Takeshi, in spite of a vivid traveler, I think he didn't realize his passport was getting expired shortly, and they need 6 months of validity before they get a visa. And I think India is very strict, so he apologized for not realizing it. Only when he was in World Congress in Brazil, in Mexico, he realized it. So he apologized for not coming. And I think we, as an individual, Aditya Jyoth, have an MOU with the Tokyo Medical Center, signed with the medical director of the Tokyo Medical Center, and he's promised he'll come and visit India for setting up a lab with a collaboration with Dr. Kumar and our foundation. Thank you.